up? It is your girl Annual Daddy here, Jaquel Viola, and I'm back with another motherfreaking video. Alright guys, so this video is actually going to go on both my YouTube channels. My regular one, which is just Jaquel Viola, and on that channel, it is basically more of the exciting things like vlogs, challenges, pranks, DIYs, all of those sorts of things. And then on my other channel, which is Just a Vision, a motivational speaking channel where I basically want to teach you guys how to live your life to the fullest, live the life that you love. I want to give you that inspiration and that motivation to not let anything or anyone, disturb your mindfulness, your peacefulness, not let anybody, in their negative thoughts get to you so much. I want you to have, these positive thoughts about yourself, positive thoughts about the world, and I want to be able to teach you guys how to, spread the peace, love, and positivity amongst, yourself and others. And all the time I'm always posting on my Instagram, my Facebook, and my Snapchat. I try my best to do my motivational quotes every day, and I try my best to do my videos as much as I can. But we're all humans, and we all have those moments in time where you just feel like nothing in your life is going right, even if it's showing you right there. Sometimes you have to go through a road of darkness in order to find the light. So with that being said, guys, by the title of this video, it is called Why I Haven't Been Posting. And one of the biggest reasons that I really haven't been posting a lot on this YouTube channel, or my Jaquel Viola YouTube channel, and I've been trying to post more on my motivational channel, but at the same time it's still slipping away. And that's really a big factor, as in I kind of like lost hope. I felt like nothing I was doing was working toward a greater or better life. I was kind of stuck in that moment of, I know I want to get somewhere in my life, but at the same time I'm not really sure how. But then I also felt like I'm trying so hard, but yet nothing in life is going the way that I wanted it to. But after a while, I'm coming to realization that everything in life happens for a reason. At the beginning of this year, I had some sense of, a more of like self-realization. I realized that I deserved, way better than what I was receiving. And so I took that initiative, and, I broke up with, the person I was with, and, we kind of went our separate ways. And in that sense, normally I would have, been that, petty person and tried to argue back and forth. But when all of that occurred, I was honestly very, very subtle, and I did not, acknowledge the whole arguing concept at all. I just let it go with the flow, because there was really nothing, for me to argue about. Everything that happened for a reason, and I realized that, and it just wasn't meant to be. So, I ended that situation. And then, I thought I was doing okay. I had a little bit of sense of like who I was becoming and what, what my purpose was. And then, bam, all of a sudden, I was living by myself, and then I just had to come back up to my parents' house. And the first month that I was here, I honestly cried for like a whole month straight. I didn't go outside. I didn't want to see anybody. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I barely ate. I barely slept. I literally just cried, because I felt like being home was a setback. It made me feel like I wasn't going to get anywhere in life. It made me feel like I was a failure. It made me feel like I was a low life. It literally, brought back my depression. My depression was flaring up. Like after being gone, from home for so long, and being back to this place, growing up made me feel, like I wasn't anything. Being back here, it just made me feel like I wasn't ever going to amount to anything. And like I said, I didn't want to face anybody that I knew, from living here before, and I just didn't want anybody to know that I was here. I was just trying to, be kind of hidden from the world. I didn't want people to see me, because I felt like I was a failure. I didn't want people to see me because, the people that I went to school with, they're out here, some are graduating college, some are doing this with their lives, some are doing that with their lives, and me in particular, I've had some, roadblocks in my way that have stopped me from, going after the life that I thought I wanted. But, everything in life, like I said, happens for a reason, and I'm, just now kind of figuring out that reason. Like, you know, me not going back to school, maybe that happened for a reason. You know, it gave me an insight on, you know, different things that, you know, are more, that I'm more passionate about, more things that I have a clear understanding of. But yeah, basically being back here, I felt like I wouldn't amount to anything. But at the same time, I was still trying to give my advice, because back when all that happened in January, I had some type of, you know, awakening where I wanted to bring on that peace, love, and positivity and spread it amongst others. You know, and I was doing good so far, and then, you know, all of that happened, and I came back home, and then, you know, I kind of felt like a low life, and I felt all of this negativity, and I hadn't really felt depressed in like so long, because I was out there. I was actually exploring the world while I was gone. I wasn't in my hometown. I was out there in different states doing this, that, and the other, and being back here, I felt trapped, and I felt like I wasn't going to be able to get out. And that's why I really haven't been posting. My depression started to flare up. It hasn't gotten as bad as it used to be, you know, the harmfulness and like the suicidal thoughts or anything. It's just been more of like, I just feel like a failure, or I felt like a failure. I felt like I wasn't going to get anything out of it. But at the same time, I was feeling like this, I was still trying to, you know, give you guys that sense of motivation and inspiration to not let anything or anyone, you know, stop you from living the life that you love. And I was trying to give you guys that information and that awareness, but at the same time, I wasn't really taking my advice myself. And I realized that, you know, a lot of my family and friends were like, you're a very good motivational speaker, you're very good at, you know, trying to explain to others how to live their lives to the fullest, but at the same time, you're over here wanting to give up because your life isn't going the way that you had planned or you had hoped it for. And I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what, you're right. I have to not think of it so negatively and think of it as, you know, a different, there's a bug, a different experience. So I tried to flip the situation around and think of it as more positive. And, you know, I started to post a little bit more videos on my motivational YouTube channel. I did a couple, maybe one or two on my other channel, but for the most part, I focus more on putting my motivational videos out there because I feel like that is, you know, my true calling. So I tried working and doing all that. You know, I even, you know, set up these little events because I want to be a motivational speaker. I want to have my own, you know, charities and my own organizations. I want to, you know, be an advocate, and I want to spread awareness of a whole bunch of stuff. And, you know, being here, and I thought I wasn't going to be able to do all that, you know, I went after and I tried to have my clothing drive event, but unfortunately that didn't happen. You know, I couldn't get that to fall through. But I came up with an improv way, and I, you know, did my back to school school supply drive, and that was successful. So instead of looking at it negatively about me not being able to do my clothing drive, I had to switch my mindset and think of something else that would be, you know, a little bit more achievable. And coming up with that idea, obviously, in the end, turned out to be a lot better than my original idea. So, you know, I kind of used what everybody was telling me about how are you trying to be a motivational speaker, but yet you are still trying to give up. I tried to switch it around, and I started going after the things that I really wanted to do. So me really wanting to do that, in the end, I did my back to school drive, and I'm very happy with the success because I was able to, you know, do something. I was able to help out. I was able to give back to my community, and it felt very, very good to me. And even though I was doing that and I was feeling a little bit more better, you know, about myself, I still had that moment of, or those feelings of despair and those feelings of nothing I'm doing is actually really good enough. You know, there are periods of time where a couple of days I didn't really post my motivational quote video. I just really posted just the quote. I didn't really post the video because I didn't have the motivation, you know, to get up and actually make my video. I was being lazy, you know. I was just sleeping, you know, for long hours. I was literally being lazy. I had no motivation to do it because I felt like even though I was doing it, it wasn't really helping anybody. But at the same time, I had to switch my mindset because, you know, I get a lot of people that message me and telling me that, you know, how much they appreciate my motivational quotes. They appreciate, you know, me being this positive role model in their life, and they appreciate, you know, everything that I've done because it's helped them out in, you know, at least some form of way. Even if it's only a little bit can go a long way, you know. So I'm trying, you know, to still figure myself out, and I'm trying to get out of that darkness. And with everything that has been going on and, you know, just life recently, the reason why I'm making this video is because I feel like I have a sense of, you know, this light coming through, and I'm coming through, I'm breaking through my darkness, and I'm finally, you know, figuring out what I want in life, who I'm supposed to be, what I'm supposed to be doing. You know, I haven't really figured out everything, but I kind of have a little bit of the different detailed aspects of what I want to do and what I'm supposed to be doing. And you know, this feeling that I'm feeling, it's really indescribable, but I know that it's a good feeling, and that now I know that the universe is out to support me. It's not out to get me. It's out to, you know, show me the different signs on, you know, what's good for my life and what's bad for my life. It removes the toxic people and it puts positive people in your life. Everything in life happens for a reason. And like I said, I'm finally finding that light, and doing the things in life that I really want to do. And with that being said, I'm taking the next step and I'm moving on to bigger and better things. You know, if you guys don't know, I'm moving, and I feel like that is going to get me out of this little depression sprout, because, you know, I feel like personally when I'm back home in this little hometown, it's not necessarily my family that I don't want to be around, because I love my family, even though, you know, we get on each other's nerves and we cuss and we argue at each other. I love them. I do want to be around them. But at the same time, being in this particular environment, I don't like. It doesn't make me happy. It doesn't make me want to be here. It makes me just feel useless. I feel like I'm supposed to be out there, you know, doing bigger and better things and just traveling like I have been. I've been to so many different places and so many different states that just being here, it just makes me feel like I'm stuck and I'm trapped. And I'm trying to get myself out of that. And I feel like I finally, you know, I'm finally coming to my senses, and I'm finding the light in my direct path in life. In which I'm gonna get to that in another video for you guys, but in this video I really just want to explain why I really haven't been posting. It's basically because I just had, you know, lost hope. I really just didn't feel like nothing I was doing was working, but at the same time I was kind of, you know, hiding the fact that it really was a little bit working, because, you know, people were messaging me telling me that it, you know, my motivation and my quotes were helping them. But at the same time I was thinking, yeah, it's helping them, but is it really helping them the way that I want it to? But I can't just assume that it's not helping or it's not working. I just kind of have to just go with the flow and see what, you know, what life brings to me. So with that being said, guys, I just want you guys to know that even though you feel like you're in the darkness, just know that everything in life happens for a reason. Every struggle that you have, every obstacle that you have, it's happening for a reason, but it's happening for a, you know, greater and better purpose in life. You just have to fully understand it. You have to be aware of everything that's happening. You have to be aware of all the signs, and you have to figure out how you can get yourself out of that darkness and not, you know, get trapped back into it. You need to figure out, you know, what you really want in life, figure out where your happiness is, where it stands, and, you know, how to achieve that goal. You know, happiness is there within you. You just have to be able to find your true happiness. You can't really look for others or look for help in others to find your happiness. It's within you. You have to figure it out yourself, and that's what I've been realizing. That's what I've been figuring out within myself, is that, you know, I have to be happy. I have to find my happiness, and I can't let, you know, this darkness and all these negative obstacles in my life stop me from living the life that I want to live and being happy with, you know, my life. You have to be able to enjoy things and live your life to the fullest and not really worry about the negativities of the world. Just know that like I said, know that the world is out here to support you and let you know that everything in life that is happening to you now is for a greater purpose. So I have a couple quotes that I want to give out to you guys about, you know, everything, and basically they just say, it is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. And that's so true. Like I said, you know, I was in this dark path, you know. I had my depression flare-ups, you know. Sometimes I would be good, and I was good for a couple, you know, years. I was good for at least 3 years, but then all of a sudden it just popped up out of nowhere. But I had to be able to figure out what really was causing my depression and figure out a way to turn it around and, you know, bring that light back into my life. And I feel like I'm finally, you know, figuring out my life. I'm finally figuring out what I'm meant to do in life and what my purpose is. So I'm really, you know, coming toward my light and figuring out what this is all about. This one says, strength and growth only come through conscious effort and struggle, which is so true. You have to, you know, be able to have the strength to push through anything. And while you're, you know, pushing through anything, you're gonna grow. But you can only grow through different efforts, different struggles, different changes, different aspects of life, different obstacles. You can only grow from, you know, what happens to you. And if you don't grow from what happens to you, then you're not going to learn your lesson. And the last one says, hope is being able to see that there is light despite all of the darkness. And like I said, and like I've been describing, you know, I felt like I wasn't able to do anything. I felt like, you know, my motivational quotes and stuff weren't working as much as thought I was putting in the hard work and dedication. I really wasn't. I thought I was, but I wasn't in the sense that I really wanted to be. I needed to go harder, and I needed to really, come forth and find my light. And like I said, I feel like I'm finally finding my light. I'm finally figuring out what I'm meant to do in life, and I'm trying to, continue to be positive and spread the peace, love, and positivity amongst you guys, and let you guys know that whatever happens in your life, just know that there is something greater about to occur for you. You just have to let, the struggles in the process just go with the flow. You can't stop it, because if you stop these urges and these forces, then it's just going to repel against you. You don't want it to repel against you. You want it to, bring you to your senses and come to realization that you are on this earth for a reason, and that you have a purpose, and you got to figure out that purpose. You're not here as just these stragglers. You're here because, God put you here, or whatever religion and whatever, aspect that you believe in. You were here for a reason, and you just have to, show that reason. And I'm here to teach you guys and spread, the awareness of being mindful about yourself, the awareness of spreading the peace, love, and positivity, and being true to yourself, and, following your dreams and not letting anybody or anything stop you. Just know that you are able to come out of the darkness. You are able to find the light. You just have to have that mindset and that dedication to be able to actually go forth through it and not give up when it seems like it's getting hard, because there are going to be times where it's going to get hard, where you feel like it's not working, but you have to keep pushing forward and keep pushing forward, or else you're not going to get anywhere. But I feel like I'm just rambling on and just, reiterating everything, because basically I am. Everything I've told you guys, I've said before, and I'm just trying to give it to you guys at a different level of perspective. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you a different sense of, knowing that you are able to come out of the darkness. You just have to have that dedication and that mindset. Just know that I wasn't posting because I was stuck in that fear and that depression, but I'm coming to my senses. I'm coming to realization of what I'm supposed to be doing, and I can't let the darkness, keep me in the trapped place for so long. I'm finding my light, and I want to be able to give you guys that guidance, and to be able to find your light and your, true calling in life. So if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, make sure to like, comment, share, and also don't forget to subscribe, and also follow me on all my social medias, and I'll be back with more videos. Peace.